Hi, what's up guys? Today I'm going to show you how to make this Ferrari GTO out of cake. This is probably one of my coolest creations and I'm excited to guide you through the process. Let's get to it. We start by filling vanilla cake with chocolate frosting. Using a printout as a template, carve the cake to match the picture. It'll take some time, so just continue to carve with your serrated knife until the shape looks right. For the crumb coat, I add melted ganache to the cake, and the reason why I use ganache is because it'll solidify and will become firm so we can easily add definition to the car. Layer on the ganache until the cake is completely covered. Doesn't that look delicious? As the chocolate cools, it will become more of a paste and hold its shape, so continue to add it as necessary. Using my round cookie cutter, I place marks on the cake and cut these sections out with a knife. The wheels will fit perfectly here. I use my X-Acto knife to cut out the other details for the air intakes. Just scoop the chocolate out. Similarly, do the same for the headlights. For the windows, roll out a layer of black fondant and place onto the car. Trim off the excess with scissors. And again, referring back to the template, I cut out the rear window like this. Since the hood is curved and is slightly raised, I've added some red modeling chocolate here. To prevent any sticking, I've added cornstarch to the windows prior to covering the cake. And this is the first time I'm covering a cake with modeling chocolate, and I really loved how it turned out. I'll post instructions in the description how to make the red chocolate in case anyone is interested. Using my hands and fingers, I gently press the modeling chocolate into the car, and this will help it stick to the ganache. Continue to trim and shape the body of the car. I've made 2 other car cakes in the past and I've covered them in fondant, but this works so much better and it holds its shape so well. I also use my modeling tool to add details, rounding the headlights here, and also going over the section we've already cut out for the air intakes. Here I'm cutting out the grille. Again, that's just with my X-Acto knife. And do the same for the side vents. Just cut and plop them out. Using my template, I copy the indents to the car. And then we repeat the process for the back half. Here's a fun fact. If you didn't already know, the 1963 Ferrari GTO is the most expensive car ever sold at 70 million. That's right, 70 mil. That's crazy. It is an incredibly beautiful car, and I can see why it has such a high price tag. Okay, I've cut out the rear window and added another piece of black fondant into the slot. And you'll notice I'm constantly smoothing any rough edges with my fingers. Add the lines for the trunk. With my tool, I'm making the groove for the rear of the car. Also adding a spoiler and smoothing it out. The rest is easy. Add the gas cap and the rear lights, all made with fondant. I'm cutting thin strips of white fondant for the window trim and gently place onto the windows. If it doesn't stay, you can use water to help it adhere. Mix some silver luster dust with vodka to make an edible paint. The consistency should be thin enough to apply with a brush. With steady hands, paint the trim of the windows. For the headlights, I rolled out white balls of fondant and painted it silver like this. Since headlights are not just round, I added texture using my X-Acto knife. And because I wanted this car to look as realistic as possible, I've melted some gelatin to create this edible clear sheet that almost looks like plastic. And this covers the headlights. Lastly, add the wheels. Check out my other video to learn how to make these exact wheels and rims. And finishing touches, mixing luster dust and vodka, paint a coat onto the windows to make them glossy. Add on windshield wipers. And don't forget the Ferrari emblem. I'm so happy with the finished product, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and stay tuned for more cake creations. Bye!